when you open a business, you don't expect to lose. You didn't get into business to lose. Everything you do every single day is to win. And when it is thrust upon you, and, you know, not to say that you don't have any control, because there are restaurants who have pivoted and have been able to be successful in, you know, niche ways that allows them to move through this, or at least to this point. But consistent beatdown will make you exhausted and, you know, unable to fight anymore.
You know, all being business owners, all being dads, all being, you know, quote unquote, the men, and trying to figure stuff out. And Dave and I have been chatting and realizing that there's men's groups that have faith-based, and then there's men's groups that have, you know, hey, let's go to Vegas and get rid of the wives. But there's not really any groups that, you know, entrepreneurs can kind of have a conversation. And I grew up where, you know, you were a man's man. And what I realized, a lot of those man's men were able to talk to other men and figure out, you know, hey, this is what's going on. And it wasn't necessarily frowned upon.
I was talking with a gentleman who has it's an energy drink business that he started, and he's based out of Utah, but we were talking yesterday, and he said, hey, Joel, how can I help you? What do you really need? And, you know, I started, the thing that animates me is our nonprofit. So talking about that kind of dominated my mental space, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's asking me about my business. I need to tell him what I want. You know, I want more producers. I want more people who are passionate about insurance, because I'm not that passionate. I had a lady ask me that the other day. She's like, Joel, what makes you so passionate about insurance? I said, well, I'm not really passionate about insurance. I'm just happy about what it can do when people need it. So when it works, it's great. I wouldn't say I'm passionate about it, but I was introduced to it by somebody who was passionate about it.
And that's the big, you know, the stigma in your industry and in a lot of industries is that. And I think that's where we have to start coming together as a community. I believe if I serve you, it comes back to me abundantly the same way. And
I didn't start out being passionate about insurance. I'm passionate about people. I want people to win. And so, like, I need to focus on that, hey, this is an opportunity I'm giving you to kind of mirror what I'm doing. I'm making my situation better in this industry. You can too. And being able to transfer that to people, I think, is probably one of the greatest challenges out there for somebody who's not necessarily passionate about the product, but very animated about what the product can do.
We just wanted to kind of create a space where men could talk freely and not be judged. And I think that is rare in what we see currently. And now I'm just kind of getting back into what I want to be passionate about. And mental health for me is one of those things, because I know what it's like to be in a business that you just don't have a connection with.